I hear you're going to the video game championships. Let's see how good you really are. Pick one. I know all of them. I have 97 of them. Yep, this is where we're going. Super Mario World for $42. I'm going to go back to collecting rocks down by the creek. Jeez. What is going on, people in the internet machine? My name is Chris Miller, and I am in crisis mode right now, guys. I think I may have bitten off more than I can chew this week. You know how most of us, right, we have that video game fund where we don't touch our checking account and our savings account? Well, I've been saving up for, the Korgs Con, which is coming up May 16th. So I can buy some really great games there. But this week, I can't even talk, man. I'm like freaking out right now. I depleted that fund by about $100. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, you know how many great games and stuff I could have bought at CorgsCon with that $100? Now, not to fret, I still have some money left in the game fund, but I'm gonna have to sell some of this stuff to recoup some of my losses, and I mean, you guys all know how that goes, right? All right, so I'm freaking out, man. All right, so let's get to the quick pickups real quick. Picked up a NES game at Half Price Books. Thank you, jefmacknz, again. For $3.99, we picked up SNK POW Prisoners of War. From what I understand, this is a really cool game. It's like similar to Double Dragon, kind of side-scrolling beat 'em up type game like that. So definitely cool to have that in my collection. Next thing I picked up is an item that I don't really see a lot. The orange box for the Xbox 360. Picked that up at Half Price Books for $15. Now this is actually going to be one of my son's birthday presents. He's wanted this for a long time, and I was happy to get it at $15 because I went to Buybacks, which is a store here. They sell CDs, DVDs, if you guys don't know what that is. But they had 2 copies of the orange box game, and they wanted $33.99 a piece for them. Now, as you saw, Super Mario World at Buybacks for $41.99. So when you guys were yelling at me, calling me a liar in that Bomberman video when I picked up Bomberman, you're like, no way, there's no way they'd be charging $34.99. Okay, now they're charging $41.99. Who in their right mind would charge $35 or $42 for Mario World? Just the cartridge, mind you, just the cartridge. Alright, here we go. Like I explained last time, we have this thing called Offer Up. It's an app, and it's kind of like Craigslist. A lady posted some Super Nintendo games on there. She had them individual price, right? Or had them posted individually. So I don't know why she didn't want to sell them as a lot, but there was one game on there for $20, which is more than I want to pay for games, but I like the $4.99 range. But this is a game that I knew I had to get, and it was well worth the $20. So the game that I picked up was Final Fantasy II for the Super Nintendo. And like I said, I got that for $20. I went over to her house. Real nice lady. The label's good. There's like a little smudge or something. Probably see it like right there. It might be some leftover sticker residue or something, but we should have no problem taking that off. Okay, so actually we're gonna put that right there. It's there we go. So as I'm talking to this lady, I'm like, hey, you got any more game stuff? I know I saw some stuff on the post, but do you have any, Nintendo or old Nintendo stuff, PlayStation, going through the spiel. She goes, no, all I have is those 3 games that I posted, but I do have a Super Nintendo. And I said, well, would you want to sell it? And she's like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. This is all my, my kid stuff, and he doesn't want it or whatever. So she was just basically pricing it to move. So she was like, well, just give me an offer. So there's another 3 games and then a console, which I'll show you. So I threw out I think it's a reasonable offer for that situation. It's still a little bit of a low offer, knowing what I can get for it. But I gave her an offer of $30, and she's like, yeah, I just kind of want it out of my house. So I guess in that situation, there is no such thing as a lowball offer because they don't care. But I picked up a Championship Gold Edition Super Nintendo. Now this is the Model 1, where when you hit the power button, you can't put the cartridge slot down. But yeah, came with the cords and 1 controller. So there's the controller. The controller is actually in good condition. It works. I tested it. Everything works. It just needs to be cleaned, so that might take me an hour, hour and a half of my time, and no problem. I got the bits and everything else. So for $30, I got the console, which I should be able to sell the console for, for at least 30, get my money back. But the games were Paperboy 2, which I'll probably include with the console, try and get a little bit more money out of it. Q*bert 3. Now this one's in really good condition, so I think I'm going to keep Q*bert 3. And then, of course, the last game was the aforementioned Super Mario World. It's kind of cool. This isn't the collector's choice or the player's choice one. It's like the original Black Label version, I guess. But yeah, labels are good on that. So I spent $50. So I'm hoping that with the console and Super Mario World and Paperboy 2, I might be able to get $50 out of that Super Nintendo, and that'll leave me Final Fantasy 2 and Q*bert 3 to throw in my collection, throw in my box of Super Nintendo games. But yeah, it's like, oh my god, $50 for me is like, I never spend that. Okay. Boys and girls, here's the one I'm worried about. So I go to Half Price Books, and I see a GameCube. I should just call this Chris Miller's GameCube show because I pick up so many damn GameCubes. But I see a GameCube, and I see that it's marked $49.99. Now, A. Crosby just called me an asshole. I heard it through the internet. He was like, you're an asshole right now. Why would you pay $50 for a GameCube? Well, came with the Game Boy player. It was sitting in the shelf. So I asked the lady, I said, hey, this little piece right here comes off of the GameCube, and there's supposed to be a disc. Looked in there, no disc. So she said, well, let me go check at the counter where, they put it in a bag with the cords and the controller or whatever. So she pulls out. This is how she pulls it out of the drawer. We got this. Does this go with it? And I'm like, yes, that goes with it. So she's kind of fiddle farting around with it behind the counter. Like the counter where the registers are, and then there's a counter behind that where they keep like, the intake inventory, I guess. So there's these 2 bags tied together. And I say, hey, that's it right there. That's what I'm looking for. So the GameCube Game Boy player disc was in there. And the disc is in super mint condition. So I knew I was going to pick it up. $50 was kind of steep. Now I tried to negotiate a deal. Now, listen, I have no problem going into a Half Price Books or a Buybacks or any other retail store and saying, hey, this is what you have on it. Could you do this price? So I asked her, I was like, well, could you just sell me the Game Boy player disc and the Game Boy player? And she didn't really know anything about video games. So she was like, well, I can't really break the console apart and this and that. And I said, well, this is actually an attachment. It screws on. It's like like an accessory almost. So would you be willing to just sell me the disc and the Game Boy player? And she's like, well, I don't know if I can do that, and blah, blah, blah. So then she starts jumping on the internet. And she's like, what's that thing called again? And I was like, you know what? I'll just buy it. Because I'm confident that I could sell the GameCube for $30 because that's what it goes for here. So paid $20 for a Game Boy player with the disc. And it actually had a bonus, right? Like, dig through these bags. All the cords are in there. And it comes with one black controller. So that thing's in mint condition. But it also came with this other controller. If I can get the bag open. Why they would bag that like that, I have no idea. Alright, so it comes with the cords and controllers, but it also comes with this Indigo controller. But this Indigo controller, you may not have seen this one before because it's clear on the back. Right? These were released in North America, and I'm not sure if they were limited or not. I actually have another one of these. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep this one. But if I have to, I could bundle it with the console and try and get more out of the console since I already have one. But this thing is in really nice condition. And like I said, it's indigo on the top and clear on the bottom. And yeah, these things are nice and clean and no dirt on them. So, all right, guys, real short episode this week. And the reason for that is I got to get this stuff clean, tested, and moved because I do not like having a $100 hole in my video game budget. So last thing we always do on the show, give a shout out to our subscribers. Since episode 15 to episode 16, which is this episode, so far I've picked up 2 subscribers. Sunny Skyline, thank you so much for subscribing. And I always look forward to hearing from the subscribers and stuff in the comment section. I try and respond as fast as possible. I'm on Benevolent Dick's hours. I'm up from like 1 o'clock in the morning to like 7 o'clock in the morning. So, all right. Video Games Unlimited Dre, thanks for subscribing, man. He does pickup videos. He's got 4 or 5 pickup videos posted. And from what I could tell, he didn't have one current. Like he had some pickup videos from like 6, 7, 8 months ago. And hasn't really posted anything since. So, buddy, I hope you post videos soon because I always like to see what you pick up and what everybody else picks up. So with that, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to the new subscribers, to the new scrubs. Oh, yeah, you guys are scrubs. To the new subscribers. And wish me luck in selling all this garbage because I really need cash. And you need to get some cash out of that so we can buy some good stuff at CorgsCon. So then I can shoot another video with some good stuff that we got at CorgsCon. So keep our fingers crossed. Hey, happy game timing, guys. Yay.